26 on this Friday Eve. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Abby Ferdman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We have a lot to get to this hour on ARC Rochester, including Deb Ross coming up, joining us live in studio, giving us some ideas on how you can get out this fall with the whole family.
Yeah, and then later we are diving back into the Rochester Fringe Festival, continuing to give you previews of some of the shows you won't want to miss.
Certainly not. But before all of that, we want to dive right into our next guest this morning, who continues to make extraordinary leaps and strides on her road to recovery after she was paralyzed in a crash last year.
Yeah, of course, we're talking about local musician Katy Eberts and her story of perseverance that has and continues to inspire all of us, so many people.
Really and truly. This morning, we're thrilled to be able to talk to her live. Katy, thank you so much for waking up and speaking with us this morning. It's an absolute pleasure.
Good morning. Thank you again for having me.
Absolutely. So I want to go back just to this past Tuesday. You did something pretty extraordinary. Would you mind sharing with the viewers, telling them what exactly played out?
So my physical therapist from inpatient had this idea that she thought it'd be sort of a, significant milestone if I went back to my old room up on the third floor of the inpatient rehab, and where they wheeled me from last year, and just took a short, leisurely half-mile stroll from there all the way out to the Villages at Unity for a concert that my husband was playing with his band, Tommy Brunette Band, outside.
Katy, we've followed your story, and, we've been wishing you nothing but the best while you've been recovering. I'm wondering if you can give everybody a little bit of an update on how you're feeling and how things are going when it comes to recovery.
Yeah, first off, thank you so much for, sharing my story. That was really important to us early on when we decided to share and make it public. So I really appreciate you guys following. And as of right now, I am much further than I thought I would be a year ago from now. So I feel very lucky that I had movement come back in my legs. And as soon as I realized that my muscles were all starting to work, it was, pedal to the metal. And we're still in that scenario because my muscles are still getting stronger. I'm still showing progress from week to week. And as long as I'm still showing progress, it means I'm still gonna show improvement as long as I keep working. So that's the plan.
Katy, your perseverance is darn right inspiring. I know there are a lot of people out there who may be in a similar situation to what you went through or going through something very similar, who may not have such positivity. What advice do you have for people out there going through a very difficult time in their life to, look beyond the struggle into something greater?
It's such a hard thing for me to come to terms with, because I really want to be able to sit next to each and every single one of those people and hold their hand and tell them they can do it. Anyone can do it. It's amazing. We become so complacent when we're told that we can't do something, and then that begins this new normal that we sort of feel like in our minds we have to come to terms with. But in my mind, a flip switched, and that happened, I think, the second I wiggled my toes a little bit, and that to me, I said, if I can move my toes, I'm going to be able to move my feet. I'm going to be able to move my legs. I just knew, and you have to listen to your body, and just you got to change your mindset, and just know that you turn your mind on that your body is capable of so much more than you realize, and that I'm no exception to that. I had no idea that I had this amount of perseverance in me, but it wasn't without the help of a very large, loving group of friends and family and community.
It sounds so mind over matter.
Absolutely. 100%. I can't reinforce that enough. That's why I wish I could sit with everybody and go, no, 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 don't say that. You can do it. You can do it. It really is mind over matter.
Katy, I'm wondering what got you through some of the darkest days. Was it music, friends and family, you know, your own kind of mental toughness?
Yeah, a lot of all of those things. Definitely friends and family. I mean, I have to give a shout out to my husband, of course, who's been absolutely unbelievable. And it's our anniversary today. So happy anniversary to him. And
Happy anniversary to both of you.
thank you. Yeah, if it weren't for him, I'd be in a very different place. And obviously friends and family. I did a lot of reading to take myself outside. You know, sometimes you just kind of want to zone out and zone into someone else's story for a little while so you don't have to think about your own. But honestly, going to physical therapy was a huge part of that. You know, every time I hit a slump, I actually, you know, looked forward to going to physical therapy and overcoming a physical task or goal, and then it just sort of recharged my brain.
Katy, one last question, then we will let you go this morning, I promise. You've got a big celebration today, the anniversary. We do want to just talk a little bit about your music. How often are you practicing? How often are you singing and performing?
Oh gosh, I feel like I'm in a music lesson with my teacher right now. I haven't been asked how often I've been practicing in so long.
I just want to make sure you're still doing 3 times a week like we discussed.
I'm playing my scales. No, really, I am. I did actually sort of have to go back to some of that because I lost some of my, you know, dexterity and things like that after the accident. You could see right there, I could barely move my arms. So it took me a while to build that back up. I'm actually still working on that. Been working on a lot of singing because the broken ribs sort of prevented me from being able to take a deep breath for a long time. So building up that stamina again. But I am slowly but surely coming back to it. And I have a feeling I'll get back out there again soon.
Well, gosh, we are wishing you nothing but the best, Katy. Longtime friend of the show. So good to see you, you know, and keep us posted with your recovery and your journey. We're all rooting for you, my friend.
100%.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Absolutely. And again, happy anniversary to both you and your husband. Go enjoy your day.
Thank you very much. We will.
All right, take care.
Time right now is 8:35. Stick around, much more to get to on ARC Rochester.
We return after this.